Hello, Eternum, and welcome to KOTT News, Eternum's #1 source for news. And this is the War Report. Dynamic change in the history of Eternum last night as the island's factional control completely reorganizes. KOTT News was on the scene all night, starting in First Light. Congratulations on your victory here in First Light, becoming the Spice Lords of the island, now controlling the spice and hyssop production facilities of the land. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, John, we've always liked the spice, so it just seemed right.
It's just a matter of time, and speaking of time, you were in the gates and through onto the flag with about 6 minutes over. Would you care to take us through your strategy for tonight?
Well, John, you see, we slotted JChalant. That was the first win con, and second was just the whole W.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was knocked out at about the 4-minute mark for failing to adhere to rule #1 of war correspondence, but I'll be back out there again once the trainers have already cleared me to get back out on the field, so I'll be out there.
I mean, they're the ones who committed war crimes, John.
That's true. Well, buddy, I know it was over pretty quickly, but did anybody stand out in their performance in their execution of the strategy?
John, honestly, for our army letting you die, I can't really shout out anybody tonight.
Live war coverage from the front line can now be seen on KOTT Classic. Later in Brimstone Sands, the forces of destroyers met with no resistance as they walked into the fort to capture the region. Congratulations on your victory here in the deserts of Brimstone Sands. Not much pushback from the forces of JDB, but would you care to take us through what down for you?
Well, JDB got triple deck today. I mean, it's unfortunate that we got to fight the empty army, but nonetheless, we're going to claim our boat here at Brimstone and then carry on, and whatever happens, happens.
Moments later, breaking news out of Weaver's Fin as the Covenant forces of Outcast expand their holy empire. Busy night, holy cow. Congratulations, my friends, on your victory here in the Peat Moss Bog of the Fin. Over in about 15 minutes, would you care to take us through how it went down out there?
Yeah, we used a little bit of a different strat than we normally do, which I think worked out pretty well. Executed well on the outside phase, and then we moved into the fort. And again, there was a lot of solid teamwork. Comms are good, and I think we executed it unusually well tonight. Indeed.
Are you utilizing the Fire Staff Union protocol these days?
We sprinkle a little bit of that fire staff business in there. It's always good to see them out there. Blunderbuss also looks pretty good too, so there's a lot of kind of interesting things in the meta. I'm not sure fire staff is quite as strong as everybody thinks it is, but there's a little bit of it in there just to keep people on their toes, keep people honest.
Of course. I'm obliged to ask, though I'm sure I know the answer. Was there anybody who stood out in their performance on the battlefield tonight?
Well, I mean, without Panda Chi out there on Blunderbuss or whatever the hell he was doing, we would have lost that war. I mean, we were solo carried by him the whole way. Panda's the best player of any video game that's ever existed.
A new heavyweight champion is crowned in Everfall last night, and KOTT News were on the scene to speak about the outcome. Congratulations on your victory here in Everfall, becoming the heavyweight champions of Eternum tonight. How do you feel it went out there?
Oh, John, it went excellent. We really appreciate everything that JDB, they're just them giving us this chance to, get the top level war experience with them. And I think we really pulled it together. There was really excellent communication on our side, and it went perfectly, I think.
Oh, very well. Was there anybody on your team whose efforts really stood out in your eyes tonight?
I'm going to be a little bit selfish here, and I'm going to say our assassin squad. We were in their back line. We were making picks left and right. The comms were on point. Most notably, I'm going to say Blue Tonic. He's our shot caller back there. He was putting that out real well.
Well, fantastic. Well, now that you're the heavyweight champs, everybody's going to be gunning for you. But you've also got an event coming up starting in a couple days. Are you got any plans to deal with either of those two upcoming events?
Well, John, I think we showed this pretty well in Reekwater. Anybody and everybody is welcome to come and push. We adore open world PvP, and we will be there fighting you tooth and nail every step of the way. And as far as the event, I mean, what's a couple of nuclear rabbits, All we got to do is keep them off the streets of Everfall so that the people stay safe, and we're having a great time.
As for the syndicate members of JDB's Kitchen, a rough night of holiday service left them exhausted as they retreated for the evening, but they'll be back soon, refreshed, and refocused. With so many forces occupied in war, KOTT News crews participated in sub-community service in Reekwater, where we easily held the line. An unfortunate final breach in Brightwood, however, as regional leaders request community members check the mission board to assist in repairs. Looking at the weather for tonight, and it's going to be yet another beautiful day of sunshine all afternoon long. And with all the action last night, very little corruption influence will stir up across 20% of the island. No submissions for Simulated Fantasy Combat Resolution tonight, brought to you by Peace, but we'll have any late-breaking outcomes and reactions from the citizens tonight at 11. Until then, this has been War Correspondent JChalant, KOTT News.